Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. You can chant along, either out loud or internally. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Now say it 3 times. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Now internally, blue light in the heart, and say the sounds 3 times. And now feel the vibrations. Let go of the sound and just feel your heart. And just let go. Slowly, slowly come back, open your eyes, and feel your heart. So you can simply say those sounds, Om Namo Narayanaya, and then go into your heart center on Monday during Vishnupati. It's a 9-hour window of time. You can read more about that on Fly Center blog or Ashvad blogs or under the specials for Vishnupati. And then what we have is Saturn's birthday. And Saturn's birthday is on Tuesday, and it is a new moon. So the new moon is all about starting new. It's a fresh, clean slate. We can't see the moon when it's in the new phase. So unlike the full moon, which is the opposite side, we have been coming from a full moon going into a new moon every 15 days. That's what it does. It wanes from the full moon and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller to the new moon. And from the new moon, it gets bigger and bigger to the full moon again. So that's happening. That's Mother Nature. It is happening. So we can't ignore it. The tides go by it. Everything goes by it. Even our mind, how we think, our emotions are affected by the moon. That's why in Vedic astrology, the astrologers give you your reading from the perspective of the moon, because the moon represents your mind, your emotions, your desires. So you can be changing that every day. So you want to get clarity so that you are more focused. You're not just going all over the map and not accomplishing anything. So the moon is a new moon, and it also happens to be Saturn's birthday. And it's a good idea because, like your friend or your family member or loved one has a birthday, you want to celebrate with them. Or when you have your birthday, you want to celebrate with others. You want to be acknowledged for being here on this earth plane at this point in time, and what you mean to someone else, or what you mean, what your birthday means to you, which is to birth something new into your life. So Saturn has a birthday, And we want to get on the good side of Saturn, because Saturn will cause us to have delays, challenges. It will cause us to be miserable for quite a long time. That energy might impact how we think. We might be foggy or confused or just totally negative. So the planets in Vedic astrology, they are called grahas. They grab, graha means to grab. So they grab your attention. So Saturn's birthday is a great time to propitiate Saturn, make him happy by saying his mantra or participating in some service that's offered through Apply Center or Astraved, if it's in your budget, where you're kind of like buying them a birthday gift. And you're saying, hey, I honor you, I celebrate you. Please be happy. And when Saturn is happy, then you get to be happy. So Saturn's birthday is a great time to honor Saturn. We have a picture here of Saturn. So you can just download that from, the internet. This is from an Astraved calendar of the past, and it has the mantra there. So it's Om Sanicharaya Namaha. And Saturn is the overlord of Saturday. So today is Saturday, and you get a blessing from Saturn. And then you get to find out how to make him happy. And then your delays will be not so much that you will experience hardship, is that you will feel wisdom coming through. You will know, okay, if this isn't working in my favor, then I've got to find out a different way. And you'll be peaceful and patient and calm and compassionate. So we're so full of anxiety most of the time when things don't go our way, or if we can't manifest and we've been doing everything possible and that's still not working and we're frustrated. So you can propitiate Saturn by doing those kinds of things where you are honoring Saturn. So if you have a Shiva Lingam, you can just use that as well. If people don't have a Shiva Lingam, you can purchase one on Apply Center or Astraved. If you don't have the means to do that, you can simply get a gem or a rock or something that you are going to feel connected to, and it's going to be treated as a Shiva Lingam until you can get one. And then you keep it on your altar, and then you propitiate it accordingly. So again, the Shiva Lingam can be Saturn if you don't have a Saturn statue or if you don't have a Saturn yantra. And so you can just, again, take the Shiva Lingam and then just pour a little bit of water on it, and then you can just say the sounds Om Shram or Om Sanicharaya Namaha. Shram is the bija or the seed. It's like planting the seed of Saturn, where it's going to grow into a beautiful Saturn. So we might all be experiencing yucky Saturn. And at any given point in time, most of the world is struggling with some Saturn issue. So you can find out about what Saturn is doing in your life by getting an astrology consultation through Astraved, a live astrology consultation. Or you can jump on the calls that are right before this time slot with Lalita. She does the calls for Saturn. It's a year-long Saturn program. It's called the Ultimate Saturn Package, and you can purchase that through Astraved or Apply Center. And then Lalita, who's a Apply Center teacher and also a Vedic astrologer and a longtime yogini, she will give you some tips and tools and how insights on how you can get into alignment with Saturn. So that is something that you can do if you don't have any other means to find out more about Saturn. But again, there's a wonderful service that's offered through Apply Center and Astraved, and it will take you through a year-long program where you cleanse all the issues that have been causing delays in your life. So we'll simply do that now, where we'll put the Shiva Lingam in the bowl again. And then we will pour the water on the Shiva Lingam, and we'll use it as Saturn. Om Sanicharaya Swaha. 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 So that's what you can do for Saturn, and then he loves it if you light a sesame lamp, and this is what a sesame lamp is. It is sesame oil and black sesame seeds sprinkled in, and then you have a wick. It's a cotton wick. And then you can just have this on your altar, or you can have it on in your kitchen, on your windowsill, you know, above your sink, if that's possible, or somewhere where it's going to be safe. And then you just have this going all day long on Saturday. You can take your Shiva Lingam and then just, because it's for Saturn, you can just circle it and then say the sound Om Sanicharaya Swaha. Om Sanicharaya Swaha. Om Sanicharaya Swaha. And that will do you a world of good. So it will bring a lot of peace to your home. It will bring a lot of peace to your mind and peace to your body and soul. And you have to be careful with these always. It's dripping all over the place. So he's blessing everyone here. So that's how we can simply pay attention to or propitiate or honor Saturn. And when we do that, we will feel the positive qualities of Saturn come through us, because it's an intelligence. So all these beings, all these archetypes are divine intelligent beings. And they can give us, they can make us grab our attention to make us to do things that are going to be in alignment with a more fulfilling, more rewarding way of being. So they are beings and we are beings. And that being energy mixes. So it's a human being, a divine being, and this way of being is a bit of a mix until we have experiences where we grab on to that highest being, and that's through the sounds that will activate that consciousness. So mantra means to protect the mind from being bombarded by negative thinking. And you can have negative thinking, but it'll just be like background noise. It'll just be like, you know, buzzing, and eventually you won't hear it. You will only be hearing positive affirmations, or you'll be thinking clearly. There will be no thought, but there will be some divine thought that comes through. So the clarity gets created, that space gets created, and then the divine thought comes in, and it's just instantaneously. So Saturn's birthday is something that you might want to tap into and acknowledge to help you to get to this point. Well, I just wanted to show you this very heavy, very, very heavy. This is a being. His name is Lord Hanuman, and you can see he's got a foot on another being who's lying down. And Saturn, this is Saturn. So Hanuman's foot is on Saturn, and this is Saturn. How you know it's Saturn? Because he has a crow. So the crow is part of this archetypal statue. representation in a statue. And so you can see Hanuman has this big club, and he's just got a very peaceful face, and he's the overlord of Saturn. So he's like, okay, Saturn, you just need to calm down, relax, chillax, and I will do the needful for this person. So he will do the impossible. He will just, with his presence, he will give you courage. He will make you to feel strong, and your physique might even be more muscular, more fit. And you will feel this strength coming into you. You'll feel like you can do your spiritual path and not feel discouraged. You can do your life and have the energy to do it. So these archetypal images or statues or murtis, they call them, they will activate your subconscious mind. The collective unconscious will see this representation if you have it, and then you have access to it. And I've donated this exact statue to Astrovet, and it is being propitiated when people participate in services through Astrovet or Apply Center. So you'll be very familiar with this if you participate in those services whenever they're active, and then you will feel this energy coming in, and this energy has the ability to do the impossible. So whatever has been impossible for you to do or to experience in life. So a lot of people are good at doing things and achieving things, but their experience of it is just really not favorable. So they don't enjoy it. They don't have any joy. They don't feel bliss. They don't feel divine. They don't feel inspired. They're just doing. So it's kind of like the TV series, The Walking Dead, right? They do all this stuff and they're dead. So that's at the level of the soul. There's no soul. So this will help you to stay on your spiritual path, to feed your soul so that you can experience more divinity coming through your life. Very heavy. And he has to be, right? So that is Saturn and Hanuman, and that is what you're going to do or can do. You can participate in Saturn, celebrating Saturn's birthday. And then at the end of the week, we have Panchamukha Hanuman for protection. And what is Panchamukha? Pancha means 5, and Mukha means face. So 5 faces of Lord Hanuman. Again, this is a monkey being, and he's pretty heavy as well. These are the 5 heads, and all these 5 heads are different qualities. So these qualities in this Panchamukha are to protect, and you can see all these weapons in the different hands. And so just having this image in your consciousness, or you can go on the internet and download an image, or if you can purchase a statue as well. That's always helpful to have that. And it doesn't have to be this big, but it can be a little one. And then you just can look at it, feel it, touch it, and you will absorb these kinds of qualities or characteristics, or that will come alive, that energy will come alive inside of you. So the 5-faced Hanuman's protection fire lab is going to be going on, and that will be on the 18th, which is Friday, coming up next week. So how to pray to Lord Hanuman and also to Lord Saturn so that they're happy and that they give you a lot of strength and courage, patience, compassion, empathy, so that you experience that at the depth of your soul and you stay on your spiritual path. You don't get discouraged when things don't work out for you. You keep going, because what else are you going to do? You can't kick and scream like a kid anymore. We all have to mature at some point in time, And we all have to really take a hard look at our life and see what's causing pain, because Saturn will indicate where pain is. But the beauty of Saturn is that he takes it away. Once you say, I'm done with this, then you start to take the steps. And if you can activate Saturn's attention inside of you, you can make him to grab, you can grab his attention and he will grab your attention. And then you will plant the seed of Saturn's grace inside of you. And then you'll want to learn about him. You'll want to get an astrology consultation, because that will help you to navigate all the rest of the planets and how they're grabbing attention. There's a book called The Greatness of Saturn, and it's by Svoboda. And he's written about how Saturn came to be the greatest of all the planets. And then you will learn about the planets in that. So it's mythotherapy, actually, to read the book. So it's Robert Svoboda, and we'll put it on the blog, and you can look it up. And if you're going through a rough time, just pick that book up and you might find that, oh my goodness, even without an astrology consultation, you're relating to it. And then you will find out more about the planets and how they grab your attention.